First of all, I want to give all praises and honors unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations and blessings to the elect across the four corners of the globe, of the earth. And peace and blessings to the brothers on the highways and the byways and the hedges, preaching and teaching this truth and sincerity. Today I'm going to try to make it short and quick. I just want to give a little breakdown as for the thousand year scripture, 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter and the 8th verse. I know a lot of brothers do hear people, whether they be have any acknowledgement of the Most High Yahweh Shai or not. You know, the average Jay could tell you, oh, yeah, I know the Lord walked the earth over 2,000 years ago. Well, I'm here to tell you, yeah, we are in that third day. According to Mark, the 13th chapter, where it's talk about coming forth of the last days and when shall these things be and everything shall transpire and the days of vengeance. And we are in that third day as spoken of in 2 Peter's 3rd chapter and the 8th verse. But let's get it and let's go right to it. And I'm going to let the word speak, let the spirit speak. You know, 2 Peter 3 and 8. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. Okay? And Psalms 90 and 4. I'm gonna keep it moving. If I move too fast, just pause the video. Let's get Psalms 90 and 4. Psalms 90 and 4 reads, For 1,000 years in thy sight are but as yesterday when it is past, and as a watch in the night. Okay, and that's a prayer for Moses speaking in the spirit, referring to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, the Father, Abba. All right, now let's take it on to Hosea 6 chapter. Let's go to Hosea 6 chapter. Yeah, let's go to Hosea 6 chapter. All right. And keep in mind, don't forget the scripture that was just read in the Psalms and in 2 Peter's, because this is going to give the explanation for Hosea 6 and 1, 2, and 3. Let's get it. Hosea 6 and 1. Come and let us return unto the Lord, for he hath torn and he will heal us. He hath smitten and he will bind us up. Verse 2. After 2 days will he revive us. In the third day he will raise us up, and we shall live in his sight. Third verse. Then shall we know, if we follow on to know the Lord. His going forth is prepared as the morning, and he shall come unto us as the rain, as the latter and former rain unto the earth. All right, let me move fast because I'm going to try to keep it short. All right, well, really, in verse 2, Hosea 6 and verse 2, after 2 days. Okay, most people say, oh, he walked the earth after 2,000 years ago. Well, that's your 2 days. That's why we in the third day, because he says, after 2 days will he revive us. In the third day, he will raise us up. We are in that third day. How we being raised up? By receiving the knowledge and the doctrine of the truth, the understanding of it, the wisdom of it. That's why you have brothers on the highways and the byways of Great Millstone preaching and teaching this truth and sincerity. That's why the prophecy of Ezekiel about the 2 sticks are coming together. You will see that on the highways and the byways when the brothers have the placard and the board with all the 12 tribes there. Okay, so this prophecy is coming to pass. In the third verse where it states, then shall we know if we follow on to know the Lord. How are we going to know? Some of us going to wake up and they're going to go ahead and follow the Lord. They're going to get the understanding and the truth. Well, I'm paraphrasing when the Lord say, my sheep hear my voice. Okay, they're going to hear the truth and they're going to go follow it. Now those, of course, they're going to wake up to shame when they do realize that it is the truth at the very bitter end. Those who heard the truth and just ignored it and carried on with themselves. That's why he says in the 3rd verse of Hosea 6 chapter, then shall we know whether we go on to follow the Lord. All right. And of course, Hosea 6 and 3, where it states, and his going forth is prepared as the morning. You will find that precept in Revelations 22, 16 verse, 22nd chapter and 16th verse, paraphrasing where it says, Yahweh Shai is the bright and morning star. Through Yahweh Shai, that's how we're going to get the understanding. And in Revelation, it states that he unloosed the seals for us to have the understanding. That's why it says he is prepared as the morning. Okay. And the last of it The third verse where it say, "He shall come unto us as the rain, as the latter and former rain unto the earth." Those the latter rain, meaning what they would call the New Testament, the New Covenant. Okay, everything is done in faith under grace, and the former is the Old Testament, what they want to call the Old Testament. It's all one to me, and that's basically the gist of it. And you will find a precept on the rain part in Deuteronomy the 32nd chapter, I think the first and the second verse. But that'll be going off topic. I'm just giving the understanding of the 1,000 years. And Genesis 1 and 5, in the evening and the morning was the first day. That was 1,000 years of days. 1,000 years of a day. That morning and evening, that's 1,000 years. And that was the first day of creation. Okay? As according to 2 Peter's 3rd chapter and the 8th verse. That'll give the breakdown of Genesis, actually all the creation of Genesis, first chapter on down. And Hosea, the 6th chapter from 1, 2, and 3. And it'll give the understanding of St. John, the 2nd chapter and the 19th verse. Let's go to that. It stays in St. John in the 19th verse. Yahushua answered and said unto them, "Destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up." Now that's twofold, because it does state that he's referring to his body, in which our body is the temple, as is proven in Acts, in the books of Acts, where Paul wrote, "Don't you know that you are the holy temple?" All right, I believe that's just to give the understanding. This is, I believe, that's Acts 7 and 48. Acts 7 and 48, Acts 17 chapter as well, and 24, Acts 17 and 24, where your body is the temple. But it's twofold. St. John, 2nd chapter, 19 verse is twofold. And the other part of that parable is that he's going to build us up after 3 days, as it states in Hosea, the 6th chapter. All right? And he's going to rebuild the third temple, in which the third temple is men. The third temple is men. Okay? So he's building the tabernacles of David, which have fallen. That's why he says in St. John, 2nd chapter, 19th verse, Yahushua answered and said unto them, "Destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up." We are in that third day. Okay? So those who are doubtful, no, your kids and your kids, no. When your kids come, we're going to be in the kingdom. They're going to be born in the kingdom unto perfection and unto the knowledge of the Most High, Yahushua 100. All right? But right now, we in this last day, this last third day, you know what I'm saying? We're just living in Babylon, a.k.a. America, living in Nineveh, a.k.a. America, living in Tophet, a.k.a. America. Okay? He was raised us up, as it states in Hosea, the 6th chapter, and then shall we know whether we go on to know the Lord. Like we can discern whether this brother is following the Lord, whether this sister is following the Lord, and so forth, according to the scriptures, which is the Spirit. And by the Spirit, that's how we test and we know whether we are of the Lord and whether we are not of the Lord, and so on and so forth amongst the brothers and even some sisters who are out there. But I hope this was edifying unto the elect. I want to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Double honors to the elder apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations and blessings to the elect across the four corners of the earth. And peace and blessings to the brothers on the highways and the byways preaching and teaching this truth in sincerity. Shalom.